100 feet above the forest floor, a single mistake means instant death.
The young infant Alan loses his precarious grip on the slippery wet branch.
Gravity takes hold as the tiny infant plunges rapidly toward the dark jungle floor. Suddenly, a powerful, massive copper-orange arm shoots downward through the dense leaves. With absolute precision, EBU catches the falling Alan by his tiny, fragile ankle. This is the unforgiving beginning of the hardest survival school on Earth. Welcome to the ancient, majestic Lusa ecosystem of northern Sumatra, Indonesia. A vertical green labyrinth of millions of towering trees, where danger lurks everywhere. 100 feet above the forest floor, a single mistake means instant death. They must know which exotic fruits give life, and which ones kill instantly. This massive mental map of the forest cannot be inherited by instinct alone. Every vital detail must be taught, leading to the longest childhood in the wild. To survive here, an orangutan must memorize hundreds of distinct jungle plant species. During this time, the bond between mother and child is never broken. Young Alan must watch his mother IBU's every single movement with absolute focus. For IBU, the maternal sacrifice of teaching her young offspring is completely absolute. By dedicating 8 years to Alan, she severely limits her own genetic legacy. She will only give birth once every 8 to 9 long years. Every daily climb with the growing child burns precious calories she cannot spare. Her body shows the heavy toll of constant climbing and foraging under pressure. IBU always shares the best, most nutritious parts of her food with Alan. In the cold jungle nights, EBU holds Alan close to keep him safe. Every evening, she builds a brand new, sturdy, leafy nest high above. Using large leaves as a makeshift umbrella, she shields Alan from tropical storms. Today, a complex and dangerous lesson awaits them in the deep canopy. The spiky Nesia fruit is rich in fats, but guarded by painful needles. These sharp, fiberglass-like hairs can easily blind or shred an ape's mouth. IBU carefully selects a thin, sturdy twig from a forest branch. Using her sharp teeth, the same IBU strips the leaves off the twig. She measures and adjusts the length of the tool with incredible natural precision. Carefully, IBU inserts the wooden tool deep into the narrow fruit crack. Sitting close beside her, the same Alan watches her movements with intense focus. With a delicate twist, she extracts the highly nutritious and sweet seeds safely. Ibu feeds the rich, oily seed directly into the waiting mouth of Alan. Now, young Alan attempts to copy his mother's precise tool-using movements. Alan drops the stick, struggling to grasp the complex mechanics of the task. Patiently, the same IBU guides his small, hairy hand back to the tool. Finally, Alan successfully extracts his very first seed, mastering a vital skill. 7 years have passed, and a violent tropical monsoon suddenly hits the forest. Heavy torrents of rain lash against the canopy, making every branch slick. Fierce winds shake the giant trees, turning the canopy into a death trap. IBU and Alan must quickly navigate the swaying branches to find shelter. Suddenly, a loud, terrifying crack echoes through the dark, rainy forest canopy. A vital crossing branch breaks, falling into the dizzying abyss far below. Fierce winds shake the giant trees, turning the canopy into a death trap. Alan hesitates on the edge, looking down at the sheer 100-foot drop. Knowing they cannot jump, IBU prepares to make a daring, heroic move. IBU anklers her strong back legs to one trunk and reaches out. Stretching her powerful body across the empty void, she forms a living bridge. Her muscles scream under the immense tension of holding the two sides. Cold rain pours over her face as she fights to maintain her grip. IBU calls out to Alan, urging him to cross over her back. Then, IBU lets out a deep, encouraging vocalization. Alan hesitates for a second, terrified of the howling winds around them. Trusting his mother's ultimate strength, ALAN steps onto her orange, hairy body. Alan carefully crawls across IBU's back, suspended high above the jungle floor. With a final, desperate leap, Alan reaches the stable branches of safety. IBU releases her grip, swinging gracefully back to join her beloved offspring. They sit huddled together in the rain, safe from the dangerous storm. 8 years of relentless, daily survival lessons have now come to an end. Now a fully grown, strong young adult, Alan is ready for independence. A beautiful, golden morning sun rises over the peaceful, misty Sumatran canopy. Alan looks back at his mother one last time with quiet gratitude. With perfect confidence, Alan begins climbing away into his own territory. Ibu sits quietly on a high branch, watching her masterpiece walk away. Her long, exhausting years of absolute devotion have achieved their ultimate goal. She has given him the mental map to survive this brutal jungle. The dangerous forest will not claim him, for his education is complete. For more incredible tales of survival, subscribe to Wild Parent Guardians.